The Boys and Girls Club serves nearly 4 million children annually. How important is their role in Calvert County? Hi, and welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Elena Russo. Please welcome Bruce Henderson. He is a board member with the Boys and Girls Clubs of Southern Maryland. Bruce, thank you for being with us.
Well, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. And the Boys and Girls Clubs of America have been part of the fabric of America for many years, and it had significant value to me as a young person. And these are things I think you don't think about when you're young, but then as you get older and you reflect back on what kept you out of trouble, what added value to your life, you remember the Boys and Girls Clubs of America.
So what are some of the things that you remember as being important in your life as a Boys and Girls Club member?
Well, I grew up in New York City, and back then the city had more dangerous elements than what we would call suburbia. That's no longer true today. I think that there's been a blending of negative things that can happen, whether you're from the city or whether you're in a suburban environment now. And this goes back to why I think the Southern Maryland Boys and Girls Clubs can bring so much value, and in fact does bring so much value to the community. And it's that value that it doesn't hit you in the face, but you realize later on as you get older, wow, that really helped me.
So talk about what Boys and Girls Clubs are doing here in Southern Maryland.
Wow. Well, there's obviously the sports element that the Boys and Girls Clubs always bring, but they're a lot more than that. They bring mentoring, after-school programs, computer-based programs where you can come in and have the learning laboratory type of environment with technology. Some Boys and Girls Clubs are working with robotics, so it's tremendous what's going on there.
Well, we all know that the Boys and Girls Clubs offers a safe place for our young people to learn and to grow. Mm-hmm. And in terms of its safety, there's a lot of people that volunteer their time to give back to our community by working at these clubs.
Well, you're right, and and we need more people to volunteer. And how do you volunteer? That's always the question. I have people say, oh, well, I had some of this and some of that, and I didn't know that the Boys and Girls Clubs can take it. You know what? If you're not sure, call, and we'll provide the direction as to how it can bring value. Certainly your time would be the most important thing, and in fact, time is more important than money, because these kids really need to see more adults getting involved, providing leadership, providing direction, and just being there, being around their children. It really adds value.
And you do provide things for these young people to learn, and specifically in the arts, as well as the sports.
Well, it's very well-rounded, and particularly in the arts. If you have any arts and crafts things lying around the house, please bring it in. It'll go to good use. If you have any relationships with organizations that can provide those kind of things for us, we would welcome them, and the kids certainly would use them in a very positive way.
What would you think the one thing is that you can attribute to your success as a member of the Boys and Girls Club that you work on today?
Wow. Well, that's an interesting question. There are so many things. Let me answer that in two ways. First, as a board member of the Boys and Girls Club, I hope to continue on with the fine tradition of leadership that we've had at the club, and that translates into more services and more value to the kids. As a young person, it kept me off the streets. It allowed me to have develop relationships with people that were smarter than I was and had more experience than I was, that I listened to.
Great. Well, thank you so much for coming in and giving us sort of your personal take on what the Boys and Girls Club did for you, and we look forward to hearing from you again soon.
Thank you very much.
You've just heard from Bruce Henderson, who's a board member with Southern Maryland's Boys and Girls Club. To learn more on what's going on in your communities, check out On Demand and click Get Local. Thanks for watching Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Elena Russo.